Greetings, fellow Gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about the Tubi original Slay from writer-director Jem Garrard. Yes, that's right, my fellow Gorehounds. We're talking about yet another Tubi original that's actually worth watching. It's a miracle. I don't know what happened, what deal with the devil Tubi made in the last year to make their originals go from complete dog to actually being fun, watchable movies.
But I hope that they renew their deal on their soul.
I hope so too, because I would love to see this continue. Yeah. There's even a couple we've watched that we haven't vlogged yet, like Low Lives. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Slay is about 4 drag queens who accidentally book a biker bar in the middle of nowhere for their road tour. But unfortunately for them, they don't just have to deal with bigoted bikers. They also have to deal with the fact that the biker bar is currently under assault by a fucking horde of vampires.
Yes, this is Priscilla Queen of the Desert meets Dusk Till Dawn.
100%. The movie follows 4 drag queens. I actually am going to have to use this because their names are great and I don't want to fuck them up.
Yeah, because they're in the casting. They have both their name in the movie and their drag name as their professional nom de plume.
So first up, we have Ryan A. Taylor, who plays Mama Souffle. She's basically the leader of the group.
Yeah. She's the mother of the group.
We have Heidi in Closet, who plays Robyn Banks, which are both great names.
Yeah.
Heidi in Closet and Robyn Banks. Robyn Banks is basically the one who books their tour. She's kind of the brains behind the operation, but not so much the one with the leadership skills.
Yeah.
Crystal Methyd, who plays Bella Du Bois. I think it's funny. I think Crystal Methyd's almost a better fucking drag name than Bella Du Bois. She is the bimbo of the group. She's also the youngest member. She's obviously the newest drag queen of them.
Yeah.
And finally, we have Cara Melle, who plays Olive Wood. Which are both great drag names.
Yeah.
Olive Wood is the hothead of the group, the one who's constantly butting heads with the leader because they secretly want the spotlight. Well, not so secretly. Basically,
whoa. They're us? No way!
Yes.
This movie's a blast.
Yes.
This movie is not highbrow cinema. This
no.
movie is a campy, dumb, fun ride that knows exactly what it is and milks that for all it's worth.
Yeah, this is a camp movie with camp counseling.
Yeah.
And campfires. Everything's camp.
And by camp, we mean like Rocky Horror Picture Show more than we mean Piranha 3D.
Oh, yeah.
This is super gay.
Yeah.
The drag queens aren't the only queer characters in the movie. Some characters discover they're queer over the course of this movie.
Yeah, and they also have like this cool little like generational thing where it's like the Gen Z queer people are also in the audience specifically to see them.
Yep.
Who are all like Gen Xers and older millennials.
Yep. So there's like this generational clash that's kind of funny, but there's also that feeling of like, hey, we can't just abandon this bar. We got to give our baby queers.
We can't leave the baby queers behind.
Yeah, we got to help them out. You know, they're adorable. They love us. And also, we love their praise.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're still drag queens. They still want the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and when you put 4 drag queens together, that means there's a ton of bickering and bantering, and the dialogue in this is great.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, this is a lot closer to what I was kind of hoping for from like Strippers versus Zombies.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. The failure of Strippers versus Zombies to realize the camp potential of their movie.
Yeah.
And this just embraces it.
Yes.
This embraces the camp. The dialogue, the double entendres, the innuendos.
Yeah.
This movie also does something that's a spoiler, so I'm not going to tell you what it is now, but it's something I've never seen one of these assault on precinct with monsters style movies do, and it does it in the final act, and it just makes the movie all the more poetic. But I can't tell you it now. It's in the spoiler section. We'll talk about it then. But I have never seen a movie of this type do this specific twist.
Yeah. It's usually a bit more straightforward, but I'm like, Well, if they didn't do it, the movie wouldn't have been able to make its final point if it didn't do it.
And it also allows the movie to have its cake and eat it too. I'll explain that in the spoiler section.
Yeah.
But anyway, this movie is exactly what you think it is on the tin. It's these drag queens interacting with these bikers in hilarious, bantery ways with a ton of innuendo, with a ton of puns, while also fighting vampires that are slaughtering the humans. You get the arguments you get in a lot of these vampire movies where they're trying to figure out what the vampire lore is. We saw that earlier this year with Abigail. Like what applies to these vampires, like what movies were correct.
Yeah.
And you also get the drag queens constantly changing costumes into more and more fabulous outfits.
Yeah, because the youngest drag queen refuses, like kind of straight up winks at the camera and says, I refuse to be in something where I do not have a costume change every act.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a great example of the kind of tongue-in-cheek self-awareness in the movie.
Yeah.
Where, like, that character will show up and be like, it's the final act. I need a new outfit, honey. Like,
yeah, exactly.
just straight up lampshading everything. I love the Gen Z baby queer constantly, like, referencing the movies and stuff.
Yes.
It's like, wait, that's from Dusk Till Dawn. If you're not into that kind of stuff, which is basically the kind of stuff you would see at a drag show anyway, then I don't know what to tell you. That's what this movie is.
Yeah.
This movie's tongue was so far in its cheek, it was practically coming out its asshole.
Yeah. Oh, so good. It's so fun. Like, this is definitely the example of making the movie you can make.
Yes.
You know, and it's really good. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Somebody said Priscilla, Queen of the Desert meets Dusk Till Dawn, and that's exactly the movie that it is.
If you like those two things and you want to see those two flavors together, then this is the ice cream for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good that way.
Yeah. Needless to say, it is currently available on Tubi. Go check it out. It's a Tubi original. I know they make good ones, and they keep making good ones this year. My mind is blown. So let us move on to the spoilers for Slay. One of the big twists of this movie is when you get to the end of the movie, there is a character who you think has died. Bella Du Bois, the bimbo, rises from the dead, and it's revealed that they got bitten at one point in the movie. So there's this point in which you have the zombie movie scene of like, oh shit, she's turned like all the bikers turned.
Yeah.
So she's gonna attack us, we must kill her. But she doesn't attack them.
Yeah.
In fact, she is fully in control of herself and wants to help them defeat the other vampires, which makes the characters go like, what the fuck? Every time someone else has turned into one of these vampires, they have just turned into like a murderous fucking blood-sucking machine. But then it's revealed that other characters among their group have been bitten and have been like just low-key vampires the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's when they realize, oh, being bitten doesn't turn you into a 30 Days of Night like
monster.
Yeah. Everyone else was just assholes.
Yeah, everyone's just assholes. And that's one of those like, well, if that ain't a metaphor for the homophobia, I don't know what is.
I've never seen a movie of this type do that. Usually when you're turned, you become the monster. Not when you turn, you find out that the people that became monsters are actually just assholes.
Yeah. You usually find that out much earlier.
Yeah.
Like it'll happen in the first act.
And this is like a third act reveal, and it's kind of brilliant. One of the characters, the bartender who runs the bar, turns out he organized the whole thing with them coming in the first place because he is a fan of drag and he's been in the closet for a long time. Yeah. In case you're wondering, he does don drag. He is fabulous.
They gotta have the makeover scene.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene.
Awesome.
And that's the thing. Even though those movies can't be dumb and in your face with its ridiculousness, I actually did find myself caring about these characters.
Oh, yeah. It's real easy to like them.
When Bella first died before she came back, I was genuinely sad.
You're like, aw, I liked her. No.
She was an idiot, but I loved her.
Or what about the handyman?
The handyman,
handyman, like when he goes, you're like, no.
And he's another one who got bitten and then managed to control it.
Yeah. He turns into a vampire.
That scene when he first turns into a vampire and grabs that rat.
And it looks at him.
And he has that like long pause. That was a great visual joke.
Yeah.
And then finally bites off its
Yeah, because the whole thing is he picks it up, he looks at it, and the rat's got like these big innocent eyes, like, oh, I can't do it.
And there's like this like intimate music playing underneath it just to amplify how funny it is.
Oh my god. That was great.
I even like some of the non-queer characters in this, like the fucking the old lady. I forget her name.
Oh yeah,
she's
Sheila,
great.
I think her name was something like Sheila.
Yeah, who's just like totally on their side when they join the bar and is totally ragging on the fucking shitty, overly masculine bikers too.
Yeah.
And the fact that she turned into a vampire was cool too. I liked her.
Yeah. And the other thing is that she's just kind of lazy as hell. Yeah.
This movie actually embraced the garlic part of the vampire mythos.
Yes.
Where garlic actually does harm the vampires, and it's actually the thing that saves the day. One of the characters, well, Olive, you know, she has a falling out with the rest of the group, so she wanders off. She comes back with a handful of fucking garlic.
Yeah, because she finds the truck that was abandoned in the beginning of the movie.
And puts the garlic in the water supply so that when she triggers the sprinklers, it's garlic water that rains down on them. I'm so used to movies doing the holy water thing. Doing the garlic thing was really cool to see.
Well, yeah, because using holy water wouldn't have sat right with this movie.
It's also a movie that does the most it can with its budget. I loved that.
Oh my god, that sequence where they're all in camera and they're looking at things that are happening outside and describing them.
It's like something straight out of Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we didn't have the budget to do this, so they're just going to describe it as it's happening.
Oh my god, he threw a car over there! And now he's tearing a guy in half!
I love it. This movie is so much fun. I don't want to just spoil every fucking funny moment for you.
No.
But it is endlessly quotable.
It's chock full. It's chock full.
There's some great lines that you're going to find yourself saying over and over again to your friends afterwards, especially if you have a queer friend group.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is, check out Slay. It's a great movie. It's fun.
Yeah,
And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Oh, you can find me here on YouTube on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I stream here at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And on Tuesdays and Thursday, also Pacific Standard Time. I mean, also at 7 Pacific Standard Time, I stream on Twitch. And I would love to see you at either of those.
Y'all know me. I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at the Horror Guru on Twitter, on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Just look up the Horror Guru or Blood Splattered Cinema and I'll be there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way. And if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag garlicwater. Use the hashtag garlicwater, that way I know, that way the world knows, that way Jack sitting right here knows that you are fabulous.
And I'm gonna know absolutely because I'm not just on the video. I am actually in your monitor. You can't tell.
It's true.
But I'm actually there, looking at you. I see you when you're sleeping. You need to wash your ass. I'm telling you, the skid marks and them draws that ain't no.
Yeah, Jack here, he's the Santa Claus of washing ass.
Yeah. I know when you've been duty. I know when you've been wiping it properly. Get a bidet. Damn.